All right, it's Phil Hulett and Friends. We're so pleased you tuned in. Gonzo Greg is here.
Hello.
Kelly Bennett is here. I'm Phil Hulett, and our special guest co-host today is Terri-Rae Elmer, who, let's see if I have the history correct. You were on the AM talk powerhouse in Los Angeles, KFI, for a couple of decades. Is that right? About 20 years?
22.
22 years.
Yes.
And
8 years before that at KFPK in Sacramento.
Okay. And at some point you
Before
said...
that, major radio gypsying all over the country.
Of course, like everybody.
Goes,
Pack
right?
the U-Haul, follow the warm wind.
Exactly.
And then at some point an opportunity came up, and you thought you were getting a little tired of the folks over at KFI. No, you weren't. And then
I wasn't at all. I wasn't at all.
But you took a gig at a competing station, KABC,
right,
to be on the morning show.
Right.
But it was just an opportunity. Is that what that was?
I loved working at KFI.
Yeah.
I love John and Ken.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. I love the people
big
that I
show,
worked.
John and Ken.
Big show.
Yeah.
And it was fun, and it was a blast to do. Two things. I wanted to co-host.
Yeah.
And it was more money.
Oh, yeah.
Way more money.
Well, see?
So it was really, really, really hard.
And in this day and age, radio stations don't offer more money.
Exactly.
They don't have any money.
Yes.
Right now they're offering everybody less money.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Money? What's money?
And the only way
They
they're
offer
going to
you
make
money?
any money is they're going to sell their stations
I
here
know.
pretty soon. Right?
So, yeah. So I had a 3-year contract, and my agent negotiated a fourth year when the prior owners still had it, the Dickey brothers.
Yeah.
And then he negotiated the very last year, this year, with them right before they left the company. So it was like literally at Christmas time. And he's
Right.
like, "You're in for another year." And I was like, "Yes."
And then what happened?
2 weeks ago, it was like somebody dropped a rock on my head.
Really?
It was. I wasn't feeling good about things. My co-host contract was up as well, and so I called my agent and I said, "I just don't feel right." And he said, "Let me see what I can do." And he goes, "Yeah, I don't feel right about this either."
Oh.
And so that was it.
Yeah.
And I think one of the hardest things that I had to do was the night before they told me they weren't renewing my contract. My agent called and he said, "You have to go and meet with them." And I was like,
No, why would I do that?
Why?
no. And he said, "No, you have to." And I was like, "No, I don't want to."
What is
It's like going to see Darth Vader. You don't ever want to do that.
And I'm scared of the dentist.
What is
so
it, an exit interview?
It was. It went very quickly, and it was relatively painless because my agent is just a joy. So it wasn't that bad. But the hardest part, honestly, for my heart, the hardest thing was doing that 5-hour show that morning.
Knowing that you were done?
Yeah.
And you couldn't say anything, huh?
They didn't used to
I
do.
would never
They didn't
do
used to do that in radio. They,
Yeah,
No,
you know
you-
what, Phil?
yeah.
And I know that.
Yeah.
And I was kind of surprised, but I think, and I'm not false modesty, they knew I would never do something
Yeah,
like
because
that.
you're not a
Yeah.
burn your bridges person. Now, when I
Right.
teach radio in college, and the first thing I tell all the students when they take the beginning classes, I say, if you truly want to work in radio, just understand that you will get fired often, multiple times. Apparently, nobody told you that, and you didn't need to know. Is this truly the first time you've actually ever been let go from a radio position?
Yes. Yes,
Wow.
honestly. And I started when I was 20. So, yeah, that's why it was such a shock. And I know all the people, and if you saw, I finally posted this morning on Facebook, what had happened, because I was getting all of these. And honest to God, I didn't think anybody would be that interested. I'm like, why? And it kept coming and coming and coming. And so I left town
Run away.
Yeah.
Run away.
for a week. And then I came back, and then I talked to you, and I talked to a couple of other people. And even my husband said, you have to tell people what happened. So I posted last night a brief synopsis of what had occurred
Right.
on Facebook. And the outpouring everybody's just been tremendous.
Sure, and how much are you saying? Because I purposely did not read it because I wanted to hear it here.
What did you want to know?
Oh well,
Read your Facebook
Is there anything more to the story, or have we heard everything?
You have heard everything.
And so you didn't do something to upset somebody.
No, not that I'm aware of. And actually, my agent, bless his heart, said, "Don't even go there," because that took up. Oh my God, that took up like 4 days.
But see,
what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What
And
did
you
I
would
do?
never burn bridges anyway.
No,
But
no.
I would suspect then that you're a sought after what's the word I'm thinking of? Not quantity. You're a sought-after artist here in the market, and so somebody must be calling your agent already to try to organize something, right?
Yes, I've been talking to, or he's been talking to people.
Well, very good.
So, yeah.
I expect to hear you on the air again.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, so then you still want to work in radio.
I don't know how to do anything else.
Isn't that funny?
Honest to God,
looking around.
I can drive tractor and milk cows, but there's not much call for that in Los Angeles.
Because you're from the plains, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about that?
So, no, I never did. I worked for my dad, obviously. He had 3 daughters, and so there was no son to do the milking, so we did it.
Yeah.
And so I worked.
No son to do the milking.
So we did it.
I love that.
Yeah.
And drive tractor and bale hay and everything else.
Oh, you come from healthy stock.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, we're strong folk.
That's good. Well,
and my dad
congratulations.
never fired me. It came close a couple of times.
Well,
So
how are
just,
you holding up, knowing that you actually, for the first time, have lost a job? Now, what's that doing for you emotionally?
I'll be seeing my therapist in about an
Will
hour
you?
and a half.
Yeah. See, you could have spoken to
was
me,
hard.
or you could have spoken to Gonzo Greg, who's I think
know.
lost more jobs than I have.
Yeah, you need to hang out with other radio people, and you'll
Yeah.
feel better. Yeah.
Yeah. You're probably
Yeah,
right.
We need that. We should have a therapy group for radio.
And here's
Exactly,
the
yeah.
other thing: it's the time of the year. It's the holidays, and
Oh, I told you that. And it was my birthday.
yeah.
Happy birthday, Terri-Rae. You're fired. Merry Christmas.
They did it
Yeah.
on your birthday?
No, just a week later.
Oh, Lordy B.
And
They
it's
might have
usually-
done it then, but I was out of town.
Oh, my goodness.
Usually,
But see,
it's
it's-
right about this time when they
I
let
know.
you
Budget.
go.
What-
Yeah,
what's
this is
about
budget
that?
season. That's why. Yeah, this is
Well,
when they're doing the
one,
budgets for
one
the
time
year.
when I was let go, I had to call in sick because of a situation with my family, and so I came back then, and everybody was like calling me that day, going, "Did you hear what's going on? Did you hear what's going on?" I'm like, "No." Next morning, it's like I'm thinking, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm fine."
Mm-hmm.
Nope, sorry.
Yeah.
They walked me right out, like that show, Gunsmoke, or is it
Yeah.
a Rifleman?
Yeah.
They
yeah.
rip off all your stuff and they walk you out, kick you out.
I got fired while I was on vacation once. That's a good one.
Oh,
That's-
jeez.
Oh.
Yeah,
smooth
and that's
move.
another thing they say to you in radio: don't take vacations.
Don't take vacations. That's when they fire you.
I never did.
Yeah, because
They always forced me to take vacation
really.
because I'm naturally paranoid to begin with.
Yeah,
so.
because they're going to bring in the intern
exactly right.
who may actually be talented.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And look, we can get her to do the same thing way cheaper.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's what they do on
or
television.
for free.
I know, or for free. Right.
Or for
Where's that
free.
intern? She's not that bad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that's probably what's going to happen there over at your now previous
I
job.
actually don't know, and I can't listen because it's too depressing.
You can't listen after that happens. You're like, oh.
Am I right?
Yeah, it's totally true. You can't go anywhere near it anymore. It's just totally.
Well, this is
sane.
just a little bit of inside baseball, but one of my theories was after I told my wife what had happened is I said, you know what, they just moved out of their palatial studios there where KABC was, and the famous rock FM station KLOS is over there as well. They just moved out of those studios into a Westwood One facility, and I was thinking, well, maybe there isn't room for 2 people in the studio over there.
They are really small rooms from what I've seen. Yeah.
Oh, geez. Well, a very dear friend said to me, you are looking at this way the wrong way. God has dropped a golden opportunity
That's
on your
right.
head, and you're stupid if you don't recognize
Think
that.
about this. Every door that closes, there's another window that opens.
What? A window?
It's another window, yeah.
You have to climb into the window.
Well, that's fine.
Another
Yeah, really.
doorknob that hits you on the ass on the way out.
I know, right?
This will be a good thing for you.
Thank you.
This will be a good thing.
All right. Another good thing, and thank you, Terri-Rae, for being so honest with us. And
You're welcome.
you're going to be fine. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Another good thing in the universe is chocolate.
Oh,
We're going
chocolate.
to talk about that in just a moment. But we're also going to talk about how you're poisoning your family right now.
Uh-oh. What?
If you're drinking water out of your tap, if you're cooking with the water out of your tap, if you're bathing with the water out of your tap, and you don't have a proper filtration system, then you have heavy metals, herbicides, pesticides, industrial solvents. Sure, you get those reports from the city, from the municipality, that they say, well, all of these items, yeah, sure, they're in there, but they're less than the federally allowable amount.
Sorry.
And so, are you going with those?
She's back with the ride the pony thing
Ride the pony?
right now.
Sorry.
But the truth is, if you took all of those items and you distilled them down to a powder and stuck them on a little teaspoon, would you put them in your mouth? Probably not. Would you feed it to your kids? right?
Oh.
Probably
Well,
not.
yeah, I always say, everybody's downstream from somebody,
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
but bum.
Aquasana makes the Rhino filtration system for your house, whether you're hooked up to the municipality or if you have a well in the back. Either way, they have a system for you that removes everything. It removes 97% of the chlorine in your tap water that, oh, by the way, turns into a cloud of gas after your shower stream evaporates and floats around your house. You need to purify your water. And wouldn't it be nice to just get a glass of water right out of the tap and just drink it without worrying about it? Think of the money you've saved buying all that bottled water that you're buying now. Hey, get $600 off a complete system on our sponsor page. Click on the Aquasana button and live healthy. All right. Our final segment on the program today, and it's just us. Mm-hmm. And so let's start here. The whole idea that there is a what is it called? Chocolate Town?
No, Chocolate World.
I had no idea this existed.
I can't believe
Yes.
you've never heard of this.
I've never heard of
Where
this.
do you think the name of Hershey, Pennsylvania came from?
Well, I know there's a Hershey, Pennsylvania, but I didn't know there was like a theme park made out of chocolate.
It's huge. It's huge. And they're even on their website, they're counting down how many visitors are coming in, and they're going to be celebrating their 100th millionth customer.
100 million
Right.
customers.
They're at 99,929,417 right now.
Wow.
Look.
That's great marketing. So
I
you look at
know.
that and you say, come on, let's pack up the kids in the minivan and head over to, what is it, Chocolate
Hershey,
World?
Pennsylvania.
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Hershey's Chocolate World.
Yeah, when my wife hears that there's a chocolate world, she may even know, and she's just been polite and hasn't ridden me on this, but when she finds out that I haven't even considered taking her to Chocolate World, I am in a deep chocolate.
And guess what, Phil? It's free to get in.
What?
Yeah.
It's free to get in. It offers a behind-the-scenes look at the history of the iconic chocolate company.
Do you get to like dip your finger in a stream of chocolate?
I think
and
they have
that sort of
samples
thing?
and stuff, but the town pretty much is dependent on the.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, the chocolate
totally.
industry.
So when that 100th millionth customer comes through, I'm articulately saying
You're
that.
doing your
name.
best. I
Doing
know
my
it.
best.
Yeah.
What do they get?
They are going to win. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah, I have the
A
bells.
golden ticket. Oh,
A
wait,
golden,
no.
no, that's chocolate.
Wrong movie.
Wrong movie. A year's supply of Hershey's candy and free admittance to the Chocolate World attractions for a year.
Wow.
So
What,
they
no
want
dental plan? What the hell? Come on.
So they're also saying that anybody who posts a social media picture and hashtag it with 100 million memories gets a free chocolate bar during their visit.
The big one or just this?
I don't know. It just is
The
a free
fun
chocolate-
size
the
ripoff.
fun size,
Exactly.
yeah.
Right, Gonzo?
It's nothing fun about
Fun
that.
size.
It's
The
tiny.
fun
Look-
size.
Value
So
size.
100th millionth person.
Yeah. All right. There's a trail where people walk around on the trail, and there's been mountain lion sightings on this trail, and people have been getting a little skittish. This is in Kansas.
Where in Kansas?
Hang on a second. I'll tell you. No, I
In the
don't.
middle part?
I don't know. It's in a flat part of Kansas. And there's a trail, and there's a
That's a
mountain.
news reporter
and-
right there. We need the facts. What part of Kansas?
Well, see, that's why she's digging, because mountain and Kansas, it doesn't necessarily connect. Although Kansas
point.
does get fairly close to the Rocky Mountains, last I checked, and so there could be some foothills. There's a trail in Kansas, and now the police got involved, and they decided that they would help out. They'd put up a security camera in a bunch of places along the trail, several security cameras. Mm-hmm. They haven't seen the mountain lion yet, but they have caught several other things on camera.
God.
They found a werewolf,
Oh, a werewolf,
a gorilla,
a gorilla,
and a Santa Claus.
No scary clowns?
Not yet.
a werewolf, like as in a.
A dude in a costume.
Get it?
Okay.
Yeah. There's no real werewolves.
Well, I didn't know. I'm thinking there could be. You never know.
Bigfoot maybe, but no werewolves.
Wow.
There was down here, where was in Orange County, somewhere.
Southern California, Orange County.
Exactly. There was a guy exposing himself to women and girls on the trail.
Oh,
and
he
they
was?
finally caught him because the police went out there and they just waited until he came along, and it turned out the guy was a deputy.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Needless to say, he's not in that line of work anymore.
Yeah. Here's let's connect the dots. And I have another vaguely police-related story. A man in Nebraska arranged for the sheriff's department to make a fake arrest and take him to the station.
Uh-oh.
So he could call his girlfriend with his one phone call and get her to come down and bail him out.
Right.
All right. His girlfriend, who also works at the station as a corrections officer, and but she got the call, found out he was arrested, and this is why don't do this, guys. Don't propose at baseball games. Don't do these elaborate proposal things. You know.
How about don't propose at all? That's what I recommend.
Well, that would be
after
based on my experience, I would recommend.
Wait, how many marriages have you been through now?
1, 2, 3.
He's in radio.
Four.
And how are you engaged to your fifth
No.
love there? No? Okay.
No.
By the way, unfortunately, someone went off script with a taser along the way.
No!
Who tased who? I'm wondering if the girl came and tased him instead.
Yeah, did
She
she say yes? Do we know?
We don't know.
Okay.
Will you marry me?
Exactly.
What were you thinking?
In New Zealand, a girl is given an unusual gift this Christmas. She's 11 years old. Her name is Meadow Bodkin Allen. She's gifted her hair to Freedom Wigs for children who've lost their hair because of cancer treatments. Fellow students at her school gathered around Meadow to show support as her hair was being cut off. Of course, none of those supportive friends ever for a second considered cutting their hair off.
Right. Yeah.
But they were there with the plastic bags to put the bundles of hair because she had a ton of it. Her hair was down to her kneecaps. That's how long it was. So good for Meadow. Ending on a nice note. And ending the program here, thank you so much for listening. Thanks to our executive producer, Mike Stark, to our producer, Brooke Peterson, to our production assistant, Ryan Hayden, who we haven't seen in about 6 months now, right?
Oh, is he still here?
A hell of an assistant right there.
For Gonzo, for Kelly, and for Terri-Rae Elmer, I'm Phil. Can't wait to talk to you next time on Phil Hulett and Friends. I want to tell you about a spectacular dining experience. It's Ports a Call Waterfront Dining, award-winning service and cuisine with a view of the dynamic L.A. harbor from every seat. Enjoy daily sunset specials, as well as the South Bay's best champagne brunch. The outdoor harborside patio is a perfect setting for happy hour every weekday from 3 to 8. Ports a Call Waterfront Dining. For reservations and directions, visit portsacalldining.com or call 310-833-3553. Here's a great idea for your next outing. A cruise of the L.A. Harbor on a Spirit Cruises yacht. Whether you have a large party, a company outing, wedding reception, a reunion, or you need the perfect setting for a romantic evening, Spirit Cruises offers everything you need to relax and enjoy your time on the water. For a limited time, enjoy Sunday brunch at Ports a Call Waterfront Dining right next door. And the first Spirit Cruises Harbor Cruise of the day is free. For more information, call 310-548-8080 or visit spiritmarine.com.